Hello, I'm Mark Dombrowski with True Resolve. Tax professionals, this is our first, the new generation of YouTube videos. I hope that you will comment and contact us if you have any questions. The purpose of this one is basically an overall IRS overview of the IRS and collection procedures and how we might be able to help you structure a plan to resolve your IRS liabilities. Right now, you do need to understand that the IRS is not the big bad guy. The IRS follows a set of rules that help us define where they're going to go. So we have their rule book, we have their playbook. We know what they're going to do for the most part. Quite frankly, in most situations, it's the client, it's the taxpayer who is the rogue card in the deck. But it's okay, we're all human beings. It's how it works. So what you need to understand is that you're not alone. There are a significant number of clients and people that are in your situation. I remember a rough number from the 90s when I started in this industry, and that was 0.00025% of the population owe more than $10,000 to the IRS. So you're not alone. There's a lot of fish in that ocean with you. Amanda also had a video, a YouTube video, where she explained that you're not going to jail. And that's one of the first things I do want you to realize is that you are not going to jail. The IRS Criminal Investigation Division has about 400 convictions per year. That number, I think, it's an old number, statistic that I have, but I remember for a three-year period, IRS had a 96 or 97% conviction rate, but only 1,200 worldwide cases during that 3-year period. What I'm trying to say is the IRS wants you to be compliant. They want you to come up and file your taxes, pay your taxes, get compliant. Overall compliance is the purpose of criminal investigation. So yeah, they put a celebrity in jail. They do things that might be for a local celebrity to you. And those are things that make big press that have an impact on all of us. All of us, including myself, know of celebrities in the area who were put under scrutiny by the IRS because it has more of a dramatic effect on all of us. The point is also that the common person who hasn't filed taxes is not going to jail. They need to be compliant. They need to file their returns and pay their taxes, pay their current taxes. That's the most important thing. So it is vital in any representation case that you identify, you, the client, identify what the base problem is. Once you identify that key problem, and it's going to take some soul searching. It's definitely a situation that you don't want to look at. It's almost like an addiction where you're looking at, the first step is admitting who is wrong, what's the issue. I'm sorry, but the issue is not that you got divorced. The issue is not that the IRS levied your bank account. That's not why you owe the IRS. You owe the IRS because you didn't have enough withholding, because you took money out of an IRA or a retirement account and didn't have enough withholding. That is the true reason why you owe the IRS. It's basically going to come down to you didn't make your estimated payments because you're a self-employed professional, whether you're a plumber, truck driver, accountant, attorney. I've got a lot of attorneys that are clients in this office. A lot of financial planners. There are people who make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year who owe the IRS, and there are people who make much smaller amounts. There are people that are in my client base that owe, if they're regular tax prep clients, that they owe smaller amounts, $1,500, $3,000, $10,000, and I have clients who owe $7.2 million. I'm not saying that to impress you. I'm trying to tell you that you're not alone. But identifying the problem, why was I under withheld? Why did I not file? A lot of times the reason clients don't file is because they went and got a tax return done, prepared, saw that they had a huge liability that they figured they could not overcome, and then they just lost faith in the whole system, stopped filing. Well, we need to get back on that horse. We need to get you into a situation where you are going to file your taxes again. And it starts, it's an old adage, it's just like eating an elephant, one bite at a time. We look at what's your current tax situation? Are you filing? Are you making your current estimated payments? Always look at the current period that you're in. Look at this year, regardless of what month you're in, and look to see, back yourself up into, are you going to be able to make your current tax year payments, and then look at the prior years. Sometimes clients will say, well, Mark, I only owe $5,000 for last year. And I've got $5,000 to spend. Let's look at the current year you're in right now. Then, once that's satisfied, because if you're later on in the year, if you're in October, you're going to need a lot of money to overcome your under withholding for January through October. Even though it's very tempting to go ahead and pay off the last year in full, the money is better spent in the current year. Because that's where the most penalty and interest are, folks. The current failure to estimate penalty is accruing right now on this year if you are under withheld. It's already maxed out for all the other years. It's already maxed out for any year, as long as it's December 31st. All the other years have already maxed out on failure to estimate. But it's churning right now in this current year. That's why it's so important to think of a case, your case. It's not that you owe the IRS $100,000. It's that you don't have a plan to make your current estimated payments. Again, you're not a bad person. You're just not planning properly. You've got everything that goes on in your life, whether it's family, friends, work, bosses, whatever it is, that prohibits you from focusing on the plan. Things happen in life. That's how this works. What the advantage of hiring True Resolve tax professionals is that we can help you devise a plan to customize it to your lifestyle so that you can start making estimated payments, make your withholding, get yourself out of this situation. No, I can't sit in your house and cut checks for you. I can't sit there and write checks and make sure that you're compliant. A lot of my job is hand-holding. Yes, a lot of my job is planning. When I do lectures, I give lectures all around the country to other tax professionals. I've been doing it for 26 years. I've been instructing, mentoring other tax professionals around the country for 26 years. I give webinars. I do many face-to-face seminars all across the country for national organizations, for state affiliations, for local chapters of my affiliates of the National Association of Enrolled Agents, National Association of Tax Practitioners, many other different societies that will hire me to do things online. I've been on CNBC. I've been quoted in the Wall Street Journal. I've been published. So I have a lot of experience in helping people help other people, as well as helping people. That's a lot of help, I guess. So your situation has to be planned. You have to be able to understand, let's identify the problem, work on a solution, get out. It's not always going to be palatable. It's not always going to be awesome and great and jump up and down. Hey, that's it. I can write this off and don't worry about it. It's an uphill battle. It's very important that you understand a lot of the things that you see on the internet and TV are not true. The radio, TV, and internet are the biggest competitor I have in the world just to overcome the impressions that clients have, that fellow tax practitioners have about the reality of settling your IRS debts. It's not easy. If it was easy, there are people who wouldn't pay their taxes. If all I had to do, if I got caught, is just pay the tax and no penalty and no interest, the whole system falls apart. Think about that. When you see these ads on TV that talk about how easy it is to settle the IRS debt and how they can guarantee, by the way, it's against the law for us to guarantee a resolution. Against the law for us to solicit you in print, over the internet, over TV, any medium that we can conceive of. It is illegal for us to guarantee a reduction in your debt. But Mark, I see that all the time. Yeah, you do. It's an unfunded law. It's not even the IRS. It's not even the state attorney general. Okay? When the law came out, everybody patted themselves on the back. Well, you see what the compliance is on that every day on the TV and radio. The people that are out there that are guaranteeing reduction of taxes, the people that are out there that are mimicking IRS and state correspondence. How slimy is that? I remember not too long ago, probably was 15 years ago, I walked into, or one of my partners walked into my office and said, hey, now this guy who worked for the IRS for 31 years, he said, hey, look, the IRS has a new federal tax lien. I said, Joe, that's not a federal tax lien, it's a scam. It fooled somebody who worked for the IRS in collections for 31 years. That's why I can't say that there are people out there that are getting scammed every day that are unintelligent, because they're really impressive, some of these scams. So someone like me, I had a phone conference yesterday with a potential client, and he said, thank you for your honesty. So I said to him, you're in a situation where you're gonna have to full pay. You make $200,000 a year, you're a single guy, you owe the IRS 40 grand. It stinks. I can't do an offer in compromise. You're gonna need to full pay. All right. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me today. And have a very good day. And just remember, there is light at the end of the tunnel.